Hello, guys. This is the session on how to overcome the fear of starting, part two. So we mentioned that one of the problems that lead to people not being able to start their projects or their businesses is lack of capital. So let's look at how to overcome some of these problems. Let's look at how to overcome this problem of capital. Now, this list is not limited to um, only what I'm saying. There are other people who could have other ideas. You could also have other ideas. These are just some tips that will help you to know what to do and to at least give you some clues on what to do, the pa movements you should do to get things done. Now, one of the ways to raise capital is through partnership. Um, if you are somebody who wants to do a business or a project, and maybe you realize that the project you want to do needs about $4,000 to start the project. You could talk to like-minded people who have money or who could agree with you. Then you guys will all come together and contribute that $4,000 so that you guys will be able to start the business. So with this, you are going to have partnership. Please don't do this without going into legal contract and legal agreements associated to partnership. Please don't do without it. It's extremely important. Partnership, make sure that you go into all partnership agreements to make sure that no problem arises in the future. Another way you can do this is through savings. You can save towards a project, you can save towards a business, you can save so that you will be able to do such your project. But then one thing that happens is that sometimes before you talk about saving and saving until you get there, you know, it will be prolonged so much. So what I will advise you to do is that if you are a worker, you can take a loan. Okay. Then if you take the loan, the amount of money you want to be saving each month or each period, you make sure that the deductions will be done in relation to that amount you want to be saving every month. In this case, you'll be able to get that money early to start something. Please make sure that if you want to take a loan, don't take the loan so that the deductions will be done based on your consumption or based on your personal living. Okay. Let's say, yeah, you understand what I mean. Make sure that the deduction will not affect you so much so that you can't have anything to live on. That's all I'm trying to say. So if you're able to make sure that this happens, you are safe to go. So even if the business doesn't start giving you or the project doesn't start giving you immediate income, you know that still you have something to depend on. Yeah. So this is it. If you have any questions about some of these things, you can get interactive through the comment section. Another way you can raise money for your business or your project is through contacting family and friends. Yes, through contacting family and friends. A lot of times it's not practicable, but then there are people who are from families that believe in, supporting one another. If you are from such a family, or if you are somebody who has friends who could help you or who could support you, go ahead and seek for their help to start. Now, another way you can try to raise income. It's not easy though, but then one way you can try to raise some money is through social media, through content creation. Okay, you can get a niche, and this niche you launch it on your social media platform. You make your social media platform like Facebook or um, Facebook, TikTok. You make them professional accounts. When your content sells or when your content goes far, you can use that as an opportunity to raise some income to support yourself. Then one other way you can raise capital is through the sale of seeming assets. Sometimes you could be having some things as assets and you see them as assets, but in effect, they are actually liabilities. Let's say, for example, you are having a car, okay? And this car is not in any way, without that car, you can still live your life as a normal person and you wouldn't have any problem. If you are somebody who is in this kind of condition, you can sell that car to generate some income for your project. Yeah. So, in talking about capital, these are some few tips I'll give you. There are endless tips, there are many more tips, but I think these ones are okay for you to know how to go about things. So, that's about one problem. The first problem about people not being able to start a business or a project, the problem of capital. Now, let's try to talk about the next problem. The next problem has actually been lack of requisite skills and knowledge. I will advise that whatever you want to do, any kind of project you want to do, it's highly essential that you make proper inquiries. You read around it, you ask people about around it. Of late, when you go on YouTube, there are a lot of things you can learn. You just type in, you Google it, and you are going to have a lot of education and training on such things. I think that will help you a lot. So through that, you'll be able to get a mentor. You'll be able to get somebody that will guide you through the acquisition of the knowledge, reading of books and those things. You'll be able to, get a mentor. You'll be able to get somebody you can look up to in that field. Guys, let's shift the continuation of this to the next episode or to the next part. So I'll talk about the rest in part 3. If you are interested or you like what I'm doing, indicate it in the comment section. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel or followed my page, do well to follow. Then on YouTube, please tap on the notification button so that when the next episode or the next part comes in, you'll be one of the first to see. Support me by sharing and have a nice time. Much love, guys.